Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Hello, welcome to everyone to the Unstoppable Podcast. How would you like to make your first million? And today we have Maura with us, joining us. So Maura, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today. It's going to be a great conversation. I'm Maura McGraw. I am the CEO of Sardinas Properties, a real estate investment firm based in Alabama here in the United States.
Wow, fantastic. So we're going to have an amazing chat in real estate, right? I love it. Yeah, this was my first business, real estate. We managed to sell over 5 million doing this here in UK. So we love real estate. So so Maura, tell us, why do you decided to become a real estate investor?
Well, I was very lucky, and my father and stepmother are real estate investors and developers on a very big scale now, much higher
Wow.
above where I am. But I was lucky to be able to kind of watch from the sidelines as a kid, watch them build their business. And I've seen them do incredible things. They have an amazing lifestyle. They enjoy what they do. So that's how I first learned about real estate. Now, I went off and did my own thing as a young person. Like most young people, I went in a totally different direction. I went into the US military for 10 years.
Wow.
And it was the best 10 years of my life. So fun. But then I got to a point where I had to kind of decide how I wanted to transition out of the military, have a family and a business, how to make that all work. And I came home to real estate.
Wow, fantastic. So, what do you think that the things that you learned from the military, because a lot of very important thing in business is discipline, right? And when it comes to real estate, even more. Do you think that your lessons for the from the military background has helping you to grow your business?
Of course. Of course. It's helped me so much. The biggest thing is the mindset of you have to accomplish your mission and never give up. So I was in the Marine Corps in the military,
Wow,
and yeah, believe it or
very
not,
brave. You're very brave, yeah.
I guess
Very
I guess
good.
so. By some accounts, maybe. But in the military, when you get a mission, there's really no option to not accomplish your mission. You have
Absolutely.
you have to find a way to
You
get it
might die
done.
if you don't accomplish, yes.
And other people
Very
might
risky.
die, you know? So
Yeah, not only you,
the,
other people, right? Oh my goodness.
yes, so there is no option not to get the job done, get the mission
Wow,
done. You have
amazing.
to figure it out. And that is literally the number one thing has helped me in business, because now if I have a problem in business as an entrepreneur, there's many, I never think, oh, I'm just not going to do it, or I can't do it, because it was programmed into me that you have to find a way to get it done. And there is no option to not get it done. So that has helped me so much, because you would encounter a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur. And if you give up, you aren't going to make it. So that's the number one. But the military taught me many things. It taught me also very important how to manage people from all different types of backgrounds. I was a logistics officer, so
Oh,
I did
wow.
learn a lot about project management, which serves
Hmm,
me every day. So I learned so much.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then, do you have any siblings or you're alone? Or you don't have siblings?
Oh, I have a lot of siblings.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have four sisters, four direct sisters, and then some step siblings. So I come from a big family.
So what happened when you decide to go to the military? What happened at home? Yeah, were your parents happy, or they say, "Oh my God, Maura is crazy. How come she's gonna go to the military? She can't be here working with us. She been like
Well,
in real estate. Why she's doing there?" So what happened? Or what happened? It was a bit of a chaos, or
Well, my parents at by that point were used to me being crazy. So yes, they did said, "Oh, Maura's."
yeah, but
I'm
that was
sure
the top of the thing. Yeah, that was.
they they knew already because I had done lots of
Oh my
crazy things
God.
before that. And
Oh
so
my God.
surprisingly, my parents, they were very supportive of me.
Ah, fantastic. Absolutely.
Yes. And they're
Yeah.
still, honestly, my parents they've been supportive of every crazy thing I've done, from the military to the business. They have always been huge supporters of me. So I'm very
That's
grateful for
fantastic.
that.
Yeah, I think that, with the, we interview a lot of entrepreneurs. We are projected to interview over 5,000, right? And sometimes to have a little bit of support in the family helps. Yeah. In my case, for example, completely different ball game. All my parents are employees. All my family, everybody's employee. And when I say this thing, I'm gonna to start a business. Everybody thought in the family that I was crazy, and 17 years they still all think that I'm crazy. So
Yes. I
the
think you can use that in a different way. You have to, if for some people, if they have that, they have to use it of when people say you can't do something, they have to use that as fuel to say, yeah,
Mhm,
I'm going to prove you wrong.
mhm.
For me, I am lucky, and that has not been the case. I've had for the most part, my family has been really supportive of me. And that's, but because I think I have a lot of entrepreneurs in my family, my grandparents, my parents, another one of my sisters. So being an entrepreneur in my family is normal. And we grew
Ah,
up in
very
an area.
good. Mhm.
We grew up in also Silicon Valley in
Oh,
California, where there's a
wow.
lot of entrepreneurs. So I think for it wasn't something that seems so crazy from
Mhm.
where I grew
But
up.
yeah, but then do you feel intimidated when you're gonna start your own business? That, oh my God, my parents are doing so well. Shall I be able to make it? Um, or or they always have been supported, and they give you your own space to do your own thing.
They always give me space to do my own thing, and they don't interfere. If I call and ask for help, they'll help, but they mostly just leave me alone to do my own thing. Um, but every entrepreneur has moments, I think, of when things are really hard and wondering, like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like, can I do this? Am I ever going to make it? Am I ever going to make it to these certain levels? Everybody feels like that. And of course, I've felt like that. Of course, especially in the first few years when things are so hard,
Hmm.
you have moments where you wonder if you're going to make it. So, of course, I felt that.
Yeah, let's talk about real estate because the is every time we talk and it seems too good to be true. Yeah, like, hey, okay, I invest in this and I can make a lot of money and everything, but a lot of things can go wrong in real estate big time if you choose the wrong project, the wrong property. So, which market are you investing? You're investing all over US or specifically where you're based?
I invest vast majority here in Alabama, where I'm
Wow.
based. Yes.
Wow. So then, so because I think that the same like here in United Kingdom, different areas have different property strategies, right? In London, for example, we did something that we call rent to rent, where you rent the property and then you rent it again. We managed to sell over 5 million doing this. But for example, very difficult in London to find a lease option. It doesn't exist. But if you go to North or Liverpool and other cities, right? You can find other strategies like lease options and things like this, right? So how you tailor the strategy that work from where you are, because it takes a while until you figure out what actually is going to work, and to define your
Yes.
niche and to define your strategy that probably could be totally different than your parents, right?
Oh, yes, totally.
Is it
Um,
totally different? Oh my God, that's
yes.
risky.
Well, not totally different, but definitely different. So, I chose our market here in Alabama, especially Birmingham, Alabama, not Birmingham in the UK, Birmingham, Alabama. Um, we are kind of famous for having a really good rental market for investors. Properties here cash flow really well, and it's kind of in the US a well-known market that does that. So I knew that, and I came to Birmingham for that was a big reason why, because I knew that strategy had works really well in this area, was tested by a lot of people. So that's one of the reasons
So you went
why
there
I
alone? Your
started.
parents still your parents are there in Alabama with you, or where are they?
No,
Oh, you
no,
went there
no
alone?
one.
Oh my
I came here
God.
alone. But here's
Oh
what I'll
God.
tell you. Here's the another reason.
You
So
went there by yourself there?
yes,
You made
with
your
no
property
one.
business by yourself in Alabama? Oh my God.
Yes.
So
With
that
no
was daddy and mom happy about this?
Well, here's what they did. So my dad, he is a mentor to me, but he's not one of those mentors that holds your hand and kind of tells you how to do
Let
things.
you fail,
No.
yeah.
He's a throw you into the fire type of mentor. So what he did is he bought a piece of land in Birmingham. He had some properties in Birmingham, and he's like, "Okay, I want you to go build a house down in Birmingham." This is my first ever project, was a new construction ground up build, and I knew nobody and really
Oh
nothing
God.
about what I was doing. So it was very difficult, very overwhelming, but I learned so much on that first project. The only person I really knew in the area was my general contractor. My dad connected me with him, and we had to figure it out. We had to figure out everything about how to build a house from the ground up. And it was crazy. And that
Oh,
project
tell me
was,
about it. Tell me
oh,
about it. It never takes the time that that everybody says gonna take. It doesn't cost the materials and the whatever everybody said, and it goes more expensive than you projected. So,
yes.
by your project management skills from the military save you a little bit in that first project, or not really?
It certainly helped. It certainly helped, but I had to
Absolutely, I
learn
believe
a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
things the hard way. And I'm not gonna. So the first project, we lost $30,000, which to me it was really rough. The first project was really rough, but I learned so
I
much
tell
from
you
that first.
stories, you cry here on my real estate things, but
Yes, I
not
mean,
everything went well always. You know?
yeah, I'm not one of those people that's gonna come on and tell you, oh, it's always perfect, smooth sailing all the time. No, it's just like any industry where you have to learn what you're doing, and once you how you learn how to do it right, yes, it's
Okay, tell me
not
about
that
it. Tell me a
difficult.
little bit about this. Yes, so oh my God, your first project, and then you have a setback. So how you overcome that? Yeah, 30K when it's your first project is a big hit. Yeah,
Yes, it's
I
really hard starting out. But what we
absolutely.
did, we luckily I had the mindset of, okay, you can't just give up after the first project, and it taught us a lot going into our second and third projects. So our second and third projects were flips, and because of everything that went wrong in the first project,
You knew.
going way over our timeline, way over budget. So I was so conservative on the second and third projects. I was so conservative on the budget, the timeline, everything, that we way overperformed on the second and third one. Like compared to
Wow.
the first one, the second and third projects went so well. We were under budget, under timeline, and I had to raise private money for those projects
Absolutely.
because, as you might know, like most banks do not want to fund a startup company. So I had to
No
raise
way.
private money, and those projects performed so well, probably because the first one was so hard and so many things went wrong. I was so careful on the second and third projects, and they actually went great. Um, I mean, there was small little things, but overall the projects went great. We were under budget. The returns for my investor were great. And so that was really good. After a really, really hard first project, I got a couple good wins that gave me the confidence to think, okay, I can do this. I can make it in the business. And those projects went so well that my first investor decided ultimately to become my business partner. And he's been my business partner for almost 7 years now.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Maura, it comes like, the thing is like, I mean, honestly, your chances of succeeding your first project, they were very, very tiny. You arrive into a new city without team, without knowing anyone, doing the first project. Yeah, I think they were okay. Yeah, you could lose more. Yeah, the case not bad actually. Uh, for uh, for your first, but what happened is that entrepreneurship is about skill, right? The more you practice, the better you become. It's nothing like, oh, you're a talent and everything. Just, you have to develop a skill. You have to you have to take some decisions. Some of them they're gonna be good, some of them they are gonna be not that good, and then the ability to learn fast and when you go to the next iteration to improve on that, right, is what actually make it. Yeah, right. So the thing is, because by your second and third flip, now you have a lot of things that you didn't have by the first one. Now you have the team. Now you know who works good and fast. Now you don't know who you don't want to work. You will know this by now. I remember when I started out, yeah, I have a boiler engineer, yeah, and I said, okay, the boiler is not working in this problem. Go and fix it. And the guy was telling me, I said, how much it is? No, it's like 350. I said, how much? Too much? No, because of the fan. Okay, fine. Then another boiler broken, and then the guy said, no, it's because of the fan. After fifth boiler, I said, man, how come every time that I send you, you always
Another one
change this fan?
breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, you charge me a lot, man. We cannot keep working like this. So it takes time to build your team and to find the right people that will align. Today we have this contractor that work with me that with me for so many years. They're like my family, right? So I call them and they fix it. They say me, Harry, it's 1,000, 2,500, whatever. I don't even need to ask them what they did. I don't need to ask them why they spend the money. All these conversations are over. We have been working for so many years. They know we are like family. If I send it to fix a problem and they say 1,000 because it's 1,000. They need to buy some stuff and they fix it, and that's the end of it, right? But it took me a lot of time to find the right people. And when it comes to real estate, you need the team in a lot of things. You need the rental, you need the agency, you need the contractors. That the contractors,
Yes.
they have their own way of being, which is
Yes.
okay, but the discipline sometimes is not the the main. I think we should send it to a military, yeah, and some more
Yes.
contractors. So you know what I mean. But eventually you will find the people that work fast, that they can do good quality. So I think. So how difficult was for you, or what was your journey building this superstar team? Because one of your team is your investor, right? They were happy, and now you have the investor, but now you need the developing team, the contractors, the people that find you the deals, right? You need to start to meet. So how you meet all these people? How you build that team?
That's a great question. And it takes a lot of time and trial and error because, yes, for every deal, there's a lot of people involved. And now we have 7 people on our team.
Wow,
And so
superstars, all of them, right?
they really are. The people that are on my team now are superstars. And one of the things I'm most proud of is I've never had someone leave my company. Once they come to work for us, I've never had someone quit. So that is one thing that I'm very proud of, that our team, they seem really happy to work here, and everybody likes their job, they like who they work with. So that's something I'm really proud of. But I mean, that didn't happen overnight. I've been in business for 7 years and I have 7 people on the team. So it took all of those 7 years to get each person. And there's a lot of trial and error,
Until
especially
you
like
find
you
the right one
mentioned.
for it.
Yes. Yeah. We've never had someone quit, but we have had to fire some people.
Yeah.
So, and even with our contractors, it's a constant work. You find the right people, but then you also have to train them. You have to help them. You have to give them the
Tell me about
skills
it.
to be successful. So someone has to come to the team with the right values and the right work ethic, but then there's also a huge responsibility to train everyone on your team and make sure they're in the right role. And with your contractors, you just know that most contractors, organization, computers, that's not what they're great at. That's not what they're going to be great at. So to expect that is probably unrealistic.
Absolutely.
But over time, if you build a good working relationship, you figure out how to communicate well together. You build that trust so that when they do give you a quote for a job, you know that they're not just inflating it like crazy. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of good communication back and forth. I think, yeah, it takes a lot of time to find the right people, but maybe having your core values as a company and as a team is a really good place to start, and finding people that have the same values. That's a really good place to start to try to find the right people.
Yeah, exactly. And then, for example, we have owned several business, right? And from property to different verticals. Now we have a training company where we help businesses to grow. We do corporate training all over the world. But the thing is that, for example, our IT team, our IT director and everything, they have been for over with us like 19 years, and it doesn't matter what we do. He's always with us. So our IT tech team, now they're doing this podcast. I don't know how they figured out everything. I'm just shocked. I tell them, guys, I'm gonna do this podcast, and can you please figure out everything? And after 1 week, they said, Harry, just sit in front of the computer and talk, and that's all you have to do.
Amazing.
I said, yeah, that's all you have to do. Just talk, don't worry. And this is all I do. I talk, they go inside the computer, put everything, they broadcast, they put it on my social media, I do everything. Right?
Amazing.
So, but took time and a lot of training, and also, sometimes you hire the person and then you put a lot of energy in the training and everything. And after you realize that this is not going to work, this is not going to
Yeah.
work. Because it had to align with the values of the company, with the culture, with the way we do
Yeah.
things. We like to explore a lot and to do a lot of things, right? And so the people on our team, they have to be very flexible, right? Because we are like that. We decide to do something and we just go for it. But the people that are on our team, they know for years. They know that this is how we roll, and they are very happy that every task that we give them, they sort it out, right? And sometimes it's better realized to have a small team than everybody else superstars.
Yes.
To have large teams, that then it becomes a little bit more complicated. But let's talk about the project management, because in my experience in developers, I've done some developments. If you manage the project well, you save a lot of money, and you can finish time, right? I remember here it was a pub in Brick Lane in London. Nobody wanted this pub. Yeah, it took fire, right? So the pub burned out. So
Oh, wow.
nobody wanted to touch it. Everybody was thinking that, oh my God, I have to spend 200,000 to refurbish in this pub, and because nobody wanted, end up in Harry. Harry,
Yeah.
listen, yeah, because when you are small, you take what nobody wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Harry, have a look at this. And I went there, I see the pub. Yeah, it was like 3-story pub. Yeah. Apparently Jack the Ripper, on top of that, Jack the Ripper used to go and have a drink there. So imagine,
Wow.
close to Brick Lane. And then I'm seeing this pub, I'm touching the walls, and I talk my Polish builders with they were like my family. We hang out together a lot. And I took my Polish builder with me and I said, guys, have you seen what I'm seeing? And they're looking at me and say, Harry, we're touching the walls and the walls are strong. All the structure is there. I'm like, of course, the walls are dark because of the fire and the whatever.
Smoke, yeah.
But we're looking at this pub. I'm thinking, why everybody's so, what is the big deal? Everybody's so concerned about this. This is very easy to fix it up and put it to run. And I told to my guys, nobody wants to touch it, but can we do it? And they told me, Harry, we're gonna. So I spoke with the landlord, and they said this. I told him, listen, it got fire, and everybody knows that nobody wanted, right? So can you give me 6 months for free rent so I can fix it up? I'm gonna put my money from my own pocket, and then can you give me good price for rental? It has like 9 rooms, right?
Yeah.
Give me good price at the 6 months, and then after 6 months I pay your rent, and then I will keep the rest for myself. And the guy told me, yeah, take it, yeah, 6 months for free, everything. And I remember in 2 months, this thing was up and running with all the license, HMO license, you name it, all the compliance, everything that is required to put the whole thing to work. And in 2 months, we make it work. In the next 2 months, we make all the money that cost me invest in the fixing the thing.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I make 2 months profit for the whole building before even I start to pay the rent. And so sometimes Maura is about um going and looking what nobody wants. Yeah.
Yes.
Every time that somebody come to me, Harry, there is a problem in this property. I'm so excited. I love
Yes.
problem. The bigger the problem, the better for me, right? I love it when people come. Oh, Harry, we have this big problem. Nobody want to touch this. As always tell me, show me where is it. I'll go there. What is the problem, right? So Maura, when people come to you with that word problems, yeah, how you embrace that? Do you have this approach saying like me? Oh my God, let's see if there is something really good there, or you're more cautious and say, let me stay in my line because in my line I know how much money I'm gonna make and I have everything under control.
No, I'm like you.
Oh my God,
I think because, the type of person that I am, the type of person that joined the military,
challenge, yeah.
I love a good challenge and I love a good problem. I think when someone brings me a problem, it's exciting to me. I love to try to figure out a problem. So yes, I'm like you and
Amara, with the good project management, in my experience, there is no problem out there that cannot be done. You just need to know your staff and know how to which is not easy because you make a wrong decision the project management and you talking 20,000, 30,000 just by ordering the material one
Mhm.
week later, but just miss something, right? Even in this pub, we make it work. And I remember that we built the whole thing. It was ready to go, and we say, "Oh, now let's connect the radiators." And then when we go to the cellar, because the thing got fired, they cut the pipe for gas,
Oh,
and it would take like a year or whatever to bring the gas again and whatever. So I said, you know what? This pub, everything will be electric.
electric. Get converted
And
to electric.
we go
Yep.
within, and for the time that I had, it was electric, right? I
Yes.
have to think of the spot. Next time with the big project like this, the first thing that I will see is the gas. You always learn something about these big projects.
Yes.
The So how you embrace it, and what are your favorite deals?
Ooh,
Flipping, developing. What are your
okay.
favorites?
Well,
The flip is a little bit challenging. You have to be on point, timing. You have to everything had to be quick there and fast in order to work. Yeah, it's not like flip. It doesn't. It here that it sounds easy, but it's not.
Yes, it's nothing like how it looks on TV, how it looks so smooth and fun on TV. It is, I do find it fun. I will say I am one of the weird people that I find it fun, and I do find it very gratifying to take a property that looks terrible and make it beautiful. I do love that. So I do love flips, but the part of my business right now that I am most excited for is our rent to own line of business. So
Wow,
we have, yes, this is something that
love it.
not very many people in the US do this.
In
And
London, they have to sometimes because here is very expensive. The thing.
yes, and it's honestly it's a really good option. And as a real estate investor, it's really, really good returns. It's how we do it. It really has been a win-win for everybody. And our rent to own properties are outperforming our regular rental properties. So right now, that is
Wow.
something that I am really excited about. It's something we're working on growing and building out even more. So
I mean, let's face it. If the people are living there and they love the place and they love the house, why and you have all the structure in place, why you don't sell it to them? They already live in there, they already love it. Just if they don't want to go, why you don't want, why are you giving them the chance for them to have a piece? And at least, and also it's very easy entry barrier to buy a property, because everywhere that you go and buy the property, you need to have a huge deposit, you need to have um and the financial things to buy a property is they're not easy. So you have to
yes,
sometimes the house of your dreams, it costs a lot of money. It doesn't matter if two people work in the family, right? The amount of the salary won't, the mortgage company won't even touch you. They say, no, I only can lay you this amount. I get it, I want to live here, but because you make this money and whatever, this is your cap, right? So what
that's
solution are you offering to the people there in Alabama? Tell us, tell
well,
us.
like you mentioned, that's why this program is so great, because it really is a win-win for everybody. For the clients, it's a huge win because it offers a path to home ownership that they might not have otherwise. So, for
Absolutely.
example, a lot of our clients are in the Hispanic community here in Birmingham,
Yeah, I
and
speak
they're,
Spanish.
yes,
I'm
I can
originally
tell.
from Cuba.
Yeah, and so these people are amazing people. A lot of them are the contractors or
Yeah,
related
they
to the
work a lot. Yeah,
contractors. So they are amazing people, but because of maybe the language barrier, or they might have, some people in their family where their legal status might not be right for whatever reason, they don't qualify for a regular mortgage loan from the bank. And but they are, in our eyes, like great credit worthy
absolutely.
people.
They go and
And
work and they make money and they want a house for the family and
yes,
want it like everybody else. Who in US doesn't want to own their own house? Every day,
exactly.
you guys there are crazy. You guys there like to own the house. I mean, here in UK also, but the so everybody in US want to own their own house, right? So
Yes, so that's why it's for our clients, it's great for them because we provide that opportunity, and we provide an honest, transparent service for everybody. And for us, it's great as the investors because we are able to add another property to our portfolio. The
absolutely,
client is taking care of all the maintenance. Most of them happen to be contractors, so a lot of times they're even adding value to the property. For us, we're getting a great return on our investment without any of the maintenance calls, very little management. So it really has been a win-win for everybody because our client is happy. They're getting the house of their dreams that they might not have been able to get otherwise. For us, it's great because we still have a great investment and a really good return on investment without a lot of the headaches of rental properties. So it has been my favorite line of business so far.
So, Maura, but then this is, I sometimes it's about, I don't know if you've read the book, The Blue Ocean, right? Sometimes
Yes.
it's about to create your own space, right? That you create their own market for yourself, right? And this is a market that is there, right? These people go to work every day, they make money. Yeah, maybe they don't make as much as somebody else's in the US, or maybe, but uh, where everybody is swimming in this red ocean, that everybody want the high top dollar US citizen that pay top dollar, and let me try to do business with them, and everybody swimming in this red ocean, right? Then you took a different approach, which is very brave, yeah, and a little bit risky, but you decided, you know what, I'm going to set a market that is unserved, and I think that I'm going to do different than my competitors, and I think I have something that, again, very brave from of you, and look where you are now. So, where do you learn about this strategy? Um, the rent to own. Do you read it in the book? Your dad told you what happened? You figured out by
So,
yourself?
well, yes, honestly, I can't claim, honestly, a lot of it was luck. Because we
Like
didn't,
everything in business, yeah.
yes, we didn't set out to do this. I didn't learn about this in a book or anything. It happened naturally because our contractors knew our company from what we were doing, flipping other rentals, working on projects. So they knew us, and after a while, a couple contractors approached our company and asked us, "Hey, can you help get us a house?" And these are good people. We have a great relationship. So we said, yeah. So we just figured it out for a couple people that came to us, and then it was working. And we were like, I guess we should we could probably make this
This?
a line of business. And you know how it is in certain communities, then the word started to spread that, okay,
Absolutely.
this company can help help with buying a house. So it slowly just started totally organically, very lucky. And I'm really lucky. My business partner was the one who really saw this first. He's like,
Was embracing it, yeah?
yes, he got it immediately. He's like, this is going to be good. This is a good line of business. And I was like, I think you're right. I think this is really something. And it slowly just grew organically. And now we've been able to see over the past 2 years, we can look at all the numbers and we can see, okay, the rent to own properties, they outperform the regular rentals every month. And we have all the metrics to the point where now the whole team is like, this is it. This is something that we do that not very many people do. And it's good for everybody. So this is what we need to figure out how to focus on and to really scale. It doesn't mean that we're not going to keep flipping houses or that we'll never do regular rentals, but now we've seen it, and we're like, this is really something that we need to focus on and grow.
One vertical there that is, I mean, every business should have more than one stream of income, right? Not only
Yes.
one strategy, one is very close to zero. So number
Yes.
one, every time that somebody tell me number one in business, run,
Yes.
Need the more stream of income you have, the more strategy you have, the more you can diversify and upsell. And this is amazing. I know that for a fact that when you put a contractor in the house, these people will never call you for anything. They fix themselves everything. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
they're amazing.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Or they will tell me, I remember they will tell me, Harry, if you buy me the paint, I will paint the house. And I'm like, what? Yeah. If you buy me the paint, I will paint the house. And I'm looking at my team and said, ask him how much paint he wants.
Yes. Get it ordered.
How much paint? Ask him if he needs what else? Paint, no, what else? Trays, everywhere. I remember sending my team, I said, look, go and ask him that I said, that Harry said, that apart from the paint, what hell he needs to do it. We absolutely, he's gonna paint the whole thing and make
Yes.
the house. He's gonna be happy because he wants his room paint, and then he's gonna stay longer in the property, which is good for me. And on top of that, he's not even charging me for the labor. They were proposing this to me,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm like, what?
We've had
I'm thinking, like, do you think this through properly? What you?
I know we've had clients that have totally rebuilt a whole kitchen or have added a whole addition onto the house.
It's
And
their house. It's their own
Yes.
house. They're
Yes.
gonna build it how they want it.
Yes.
It's absolutely, it's fantastic. So, okay, Maura, what are the 5 steps to make your first million?
Such a great question. So, in my opinion, I think step number 1 is you have your idea and you write it down. And it could be a business plan, but it doesn't need to be a fancy business plan. Just get your idea, write it down, and maybe present it to a few other people so that you're now accountable for executing the plan. Step number 2, ideally, if you can find a mentor who has done what you want to do, get that mentor and develop that relationship, because that will save you so much pain and time. If you can have someone help guide you along your path, that will really help you get to your first billion probably 10 times faster. Step number 3 is to build your team. So, find the right business partner or find the right people to build your team, because for most of us, we can't do this alone. We all have our things that we are great at, but there's, for all of us, things that we are not great at. So you need to find people that are going to help fill in your gaps so that you have a well-rounded team that's going to function well. Step number 4, once you have the right team, is to then implement the right systems and processes so that you can scale your business. So whatever it is that you do in your business, you want to develop some systems, document how everything runs so that you can now build upon your systems. And number 5 is don't lose focus. And I think this is hard for a lot of us who are entrepreneurs. It's hard for me because I'm one of those people that always has all these ideas, and it's hard because it's good because you are the type of person that has the ideas and you need that to build the business, but it's also easy to get sidetracked. Sometimes you can have too many ideas, and if you're not focusing on your core business, it's going to
keep it tight. Yes. I remember back in the day, one of my mentors always was telling me this: Harry, keep it tight. Don't even we do a lot of polling speaking and a lot of conference around the world, right? And I do these talks, right? And everybody loved them about marketing, about property, about sales, about whatever the promoter, the topic that they want us to speak, right? I travel with my girlfriend Lily. She's also an international speaker, so she specializes in sales and branding, right? I talk more about leadership, about business growth, or property and things like that, right? Anyway, he was the founder. He's the founder of the biggest event company in the world. His name is Richard Tan.
Wow.
And Richard always was telling me, Harry, keep it tight. Keep it tight. The speech is amazing. Everybody love it. Don't touch it. Don't change it. Keep it. And I'm thinking like, but I can do this speech better. And I remember he telling me, keep it tight, and I listen to him finally, right? Because sometimes you try to fix it to make it better, but then you can make it worse, right? Sometimes we have these things. So I agree 100% in what you said, right? Of course, you need to come with new ideas. Of course, you have to innovate. Of course, all this goes to the question. But people like you and me, we have to focus to keep it tight, right? So what is working, and we're gonna stay in that line, and we're
Stay
gonna do the best
focused.
we can to make the best of that line, right? And if we have a new idea, let's don't go crazy with the new idea. Let's see small, let's test small the good idea, and let's see how good it is before before we go to the to the next step, right? So
Yes.
yeah, because we have to in the entrepreneur in our entrepreneurial life, right? We not everything is gonna be success. So we're gonna have failures, right? But when you fail, you learn something, right? And then you keep learning, and then you know we try everything that is new idea in very small scale first before we go crazy with it, right? And if there
Absolutely.
is a market and everything, then we expand it, not crazy, a little bit more, and so on. Maura, have been a pleasure to have you here, fellow property investor. Any support that you need here from UK? Fantastic. If somebody likes the conversation that we have, and they want to invest some money with you guys, or they want to become part of your team, or maybe they want to do this in another state and they need a mentor, how they can find you, Maura, and how the process works.
Well, the best place to find me is at my website, duratusproperties.com. That's DURATUS properties.com. And you can learn all about us. You can, if you want to learn how to become a rent to own investor, we can help you with that. Or if you are looking for mentorship, you can reach out to me. Just shoot me an email at Maura, MAURA, at duratusproperties.com. And I would love to help you. And then other than that, I'm, all over social media. You can look up me or Duratus Properties. And I also have a little podcast called Mastering Real Estate. And I talk
Oh, I
about,
love it.
yes, it is really fun. I talk about all the lessons, the hard lessons I've learned from real estate investing, and bring on other successful real estate investors. So if you want to learn more, check that out.
Absolutely fantastic. And then, guys, remember, real estate is all the multimillionaires that I know, they all have real estate. Yeah, regardless what business they are, right? So if you this is something that is always comes and to do our main things have nothing to do with real estate, but we love it, and we still looking at things, and we still if there is a chance we invest, and we're looking here in London. There is something really nice, really cool. A Jewish property investor, very good friend of mine, have a lot of houses in US and in UK. Showed me something the one time. They showed me here in UK, if you have one house high, another house high, and in the middle is not that high, this is called airspace, and you can go
Yes.
high and build the whole thing, right? And very few people in the United Kingdom have this piece of information. But with this piece of information, you can find amazing deals. So when you build more, when you grow a community like you do in your podcast, and more people come with ideas, right? I think that you will find out that a lot of people are doing different strategies. I know a lot of people in real estate here in United Kingdom. I can tell almost everybody, and people do amazing things. Some people invest in one bedroom flat, some people do this rental, some people do this, some people do HMO, some people develop, some people right. So there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of scope to make a very good income out of real estate. And this the truth. With the right mentor, with the right community, with the right people that can support you, then eventually everyone listening to us is the one they can find in a strategy that's that. Thank you so much, Maura,
Thank
and
you, Harry.
for your time, and for every one of you listening and following this podcast. Remember, it doesn't matter what you do, look into properties, find the right mentor, and this is gonna give you a very decent another stream of income that what we were talking about, right? And See you in our next episode from Unstoppable, how brave entrepreneurs like Maura break the wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.